Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is Liverpool are now doing everything they can to sign £35 million player. The transfer window may not be open for a little while yet, but Liverpool want to make sure they throw their hat into the ring early. The Reds had a sensational transfer window and brought in many top-quality players, with the club hoping they will boost their chances of defending their title. So far, things have not gone entirely to plan, as the majority of the new signings are yet to leave their mark and Liverpool have now lost 3 on the bounce. There are plenty of problems within the team too, with some of them looking unfixable unless they dip into the transfer market. Of course, they cannot do that for at least a few months, but they can certainly get plans in motion to make things easier come January, and it looks like they are already doing that and are doing everything they can to sign one of their targets. Liverpool are working hard on Marc Guehi deal. One of the biggest problems so far for Liverpool is their defense, with the backline exposed, shaky and conceding too many goals. Arne Slot knew this would be a problem heading into the season as he tried to add new recruits, with the most notable being Crystal Palace's Marc Guehi. However, the deal collapsed at the 11th hour, leaving the Reds short of options. Although the plan was always to go back in for him next summer, despite hefty competition, they are still going all out for his signature, and journalist Florian Plettenberg has confirmed that Liverpool are doing everything to get Guehi to join. He states that there are ongoing talks and they are still pushing hard, although so too are Barcelona. Bayern Munich are also interested in Guehi and have already spoken to his representatives, while the player himself is said to be waiting to see if Real Madrid join the race. Many other clubs will be expected to try and prize him away too, suggesting that this battle could be a drawn-out one, although Liverpool remain hopeful that he will stick to the agreement they had this summer. Liverpool face an uphill battle to sign Marc Guehi. The Reds may have had an agreement in place and the deal almost wrapped up, but now it looks further away from completion than ever. It is unlikely that Liverpool will compete with the likes of Real Madrid and Bayern financially, with Guehi knowing that he can demand much higher wages by leaving on a free. With Palace in Europe and playing well as it being a World Cup year, it is also unlikely he will leave in January, meaning the Reds will need to up their wage offer. The fact Guehi is waiting for Madrid too will certainly be a red flag for many fans as well, suggesting Liverpool may have to look elsewhere for a centre-back when the time comes. Our second news is Steven Gerrard says Liverpool made big transfer mistake with player he rode with. Steven Gerrard has reignited his feud with a former Liverpool teammate. Steven Gerrard has rekindled his feud with former Liverpool teammate El Hadji Diouf. The duo were colleagues at Anfield for 2 seasons after the Senegalese striker's £10 million transfer from Lens in 2002, before he was sent on loan to Bolton Wanderers in 2004 ahead of joining Sam Allardyce's side permanently. It has subsequently come to light that the pair didn't see eye to eye, with accounts of them even having confrontations in the dressing room during a pre-season fixture. Appearing on the Rio Ferdinand Presents podcast, Gerrard revealed his thoughts when Diouf completed his switch to Liverpool. When questioned whether he was disappointed with Liverpool's transfer approach during his stint at the club, Gerrard responded, "We got recruitment badly wrong at times. Badly wrong at times. I'll give you one example. We had the chance to sign Nicolas Anelka, who had been on loan at Anfield, or El Hadji Diouf. And we bought El Hadji Diouf on the back of a 4 to 5 game period in a World Cup. When we could have bought someone on the back of 5 to 6 years. That was the decision. I don't know who made the final decision. That one example of us as a club getting it wrong, because that is one of the biggest mismatches you could debate. El Hadji Diouf or Nicolas Anelka." Ferdinand then described Anelka as one of the top 3 hardest opponents he'd ever faced. Gerrard, "He came into our sessions, Anelka, coolest man ever. Calm, relaxed. You just knew he had that aura and that confidence in himself. He was ready to win. He was ready to help Liverpool win more or get closer to you guys or wherever it was. Anelka was coming in and he was a level above. He was a level above. And then a decision was made and honestly, it was a complete mismatch. That was one example. I'll give you where I couldn't believe what was happening. It isn't the first occasion Diouf and Gerrard have publicly expressed their differences. In 2023, Diouf told the BBC that while Gerrard was a very good player, he never achieved legendary status for his nation in the manner that he did for Senegal. The striker played a pivotal role for his country during their remarkable 2002 World Cup quarter-final run, including their stunning victory over France in the tournament opener, where he provided the assist for Papa Bouba Diop's decisive strike. That achievement forms part of Diouf's belief that he will be remembered more favorably in Senegal than Gerrard will be for his England career. Diouf said, "I have no problem with him. Gerrard is a strong character and I am a strong character. Stevie G was a very good player, people like him in Liverpool, but he never did anything for his country. I am Mr. El Hadji Diouf, Mr. Senegal, but he is Mr. Liverpool and Senegal is bigger than Liverpool and he has to know that." Our third news is Liverpool exit hyped as Arne Slot lashes out at player, Optimism over transfer pushed. Real Madrid continue to show interest in Liverpool's Ibrahima Konate, after considering signing him last summer. On September 26, ESPN Deportes reported the defender had jumped to the top of Real Madrid's centre-back target list. Last month, the France international said his compatriot, Kylian Mbappé, had called him about a potential move to Real Madrid. Konate is in his final year of contract and Wednesday's edition of AS says Liverpool fear losing him for free. It could be the 26-year-old's last season at Liverpool and AS say it looks set to be fraught with difficulties. The newspaper says this is because Arne Slot seems to be distancing himself from the centre-back. Last weekend, Konate came off injured in Liverpool's defeat to Chelsea. After the match, Slot said he had already thought about replacing him for tactical reasons. Last Friday, he said, "If you're losing a game, it doesn't help if you lose the ball several times very easily." Konate has been one of them, though not the only one. In the last 2 games, it's been obvious and clear that we've made some mistakes, but not just Konate, others too. Although the English press said the Reds manager came out in Konate's defense, AS claimed the Dutchman lashed out at the player. The newspaper are using Slot's recent comments about the Frenchman to suggest there's distance between the pair. They add this could impact his future at Anfield while it also clashes with Liverpool's long-term plans for him. Liverpool are said to be conveying their effort regarding renewing his contract. They will push until the end although AS say it remains a wish for now. There's belief these factors could pave the way for Konate to join Real Madrid. Konate could leave Liverpool for Real Madrid next summer. However, the arguments used by AS today doesn't seem convincing and feel more like what Madrid fans want to hear. Stay tuned for all the latest Liverpool transfer news, match updates, and breaking stories. Our fourth news is Liverpool shaping to make most crucial transfer in years. Liverpool are heading towards their most crucial transfer in years. It's one they absolutely have to get right. Liverpool made a lot of incredibly important transfers just this year. There's a new playmaker in Florian Wirtz, someone who can hopefully lead the attack for years to come. Alexander Isak and Gu&eacute represent the future at centre-forward, too. They're hoping to bring consistent quality there. New fullbacks in Jeremy Frimpong and Milos Kerkez could hold down those roles for a while. Then there's Georgi Mamardashvili, Alisson's hopeful successor. The Reds spent an incredible amount of money to get all of that done. Over £450 million, in fact, as they underwent an unprecedented overhaul of a title-winning squad, but despite all of that, an even more crucial transfer is on the way. One they absolutely cannot get wrong. Liverpool's crucial transfer. Centre-back is now becoming a bit of a crisis point for Liverpool. There's absolutely zero long-term certainty there. Giovanni Leone's injury will keep him out for a year, who knows how he'll return. Joe Gomez was in line to leave the club in August and would have done if Marc Guehi arrived. There isn't a long-term future. Ibrahima Konate is most obvious concern. His contract expires at the end of the season and while we're hopeful he'll sign a new one, interest from Real Madrid makes life difficult. Then we've got Virgil van Dijk. Now, we still think he's the best in the world and wouldn't swap him for anyone. However, he's now 34 and will have just one more year on his contract after this one. No one can say with any certainty that he'll still be the elite leader of this defense in 2027. Liverpool, then, are in a difficult spot. They need to replace Gomez, pray for Leone, sort what's happening with Konate and find a successor for Van Dijk. It means the next centre-back signing must be near perfect. He's got to be able to start regularly and potentially lead the defense, while also offer a reasonably long-term future. Is Guehi enough? Liverpool certainly want him and he may well be the best possible option there. Though, if Konate leaves, the Reds will surely need to sign someone alongside him. This club has been fortunate to have Van Dijk leading the defense for as long as he has. His level has been absolutely ridiculous and it means Liverpool haven't had to really worry too much about centre-back. That time is now over and replacing the Dutchman, or even just finding a suitable partner for him, is the next major task on the agenda. It's one that Liverpool must get correct because if they don't, it risks collapsing how the entire team operates. Stay tuned for all the latest Liverpool transfer news, match updates, and breaking stories. Our fifth news is Liverpool could beat Man Utd in race to sign attacking star with all the ability in the world. Liverpool may hold an advantage over rivals Manchester United in their efforts to sign a Premier League player with all the ability in the world. The Reds will still be focusing on signing new players in the January transfer window, as Arne Slot looks to improve his squad all the time. Whether or not Liverpool makes signings midway through the season remains to be seen, but much may depend on the injury situation at the club. According to TalkSport's Alex Cook, via Football Insider, Liverpool may have an advantage over United in the race to sign Bournemouth star Antoine Semenyo, with sporting director Richard Hughes keen on the winger. As previously revealed in this notebook, the Ghana international held talks with Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United before opting to sign a new deal in Dorset. It is believed both those clubs continue to monitor Semenyo's incredible rise from the EFL to Premier League sensation. Liverpool sporting director Richard Hughes is also a big admirer of Semenyo, having signed him from Bristol City for a bargain £10.5 million. Semenyo a fantastic attacking option for Liverpool. Semenyo is such an impressive player, scoring twice against Liverpool on the opening night of this season, so the Reds should be looking at him as a great option to come in next year. The 25-year-old is coming right into his prime, netting 6 times and bagging 3 assists in the Premier League in 2025 of 26 to date, and Lewis Cook has lauded him in the past. As a team, we knew the quality he has and we saw that last year. He's got to just keep working hard, being aggressive and being clinical. He's got a lot better at running back and helping out the team too. He's a powerful lad and has all the ability in the world. Hopefully he can continue to show that. Semenyo's directness and end product from the left flank can arguably draw some comparisons with Liverpool legend Sadio Mane, and with Cody Gakpo not firing in that role currently, the Bournemouth star could be an upgrade on him, or at least provide the competition that Luis Diaz did. Stay tuned for all the latest Liverpool transfer news, match updates, and breaking stories. Our last news is Liverpool hatch Marc Guehi transfer plan as 3 rivals hold advantage for deal. Liverpool were on the verge of signing Marc Guehi from Crystal Palace on transfer deadline day only for the move to collapse at the 11th hour when the Eagles pulled the plug. Liverpool could move again for Crystal Palace defender Marc Guehi in January after his proposed move fell through during the summer transfer window. The Reds attempted to secure the England international signature on deadline day, only for the deal to collapse just before the window closed. A £35 million agreement between Liverpool and Palace was reached for Guehi's services in September, but the transfer broke down after the Eagles were unable to secure a replacement. Guehi stayed at Selhurst Park as a result, with the Reds opting against pursuing an alternative option in the final hours of the window. Following the failed move, questions have continued to mount over Guehi's long-term future and whether Liverpool may return for the centre-back. The 25-year-old's current deal is due to run out at the end of the campaign, which means he could leave for free in the summer. Sky Sports have offered fresh insight into Guehi's prospects amid ongoing speculation about where he might end up. The report claims that Palace are bracing themselves for Guehi's possible exit, whether that happens in January or during the summer. It has been suggested that Bayern Munich, Barcelona and Real Madrid all hold an advantage over Liverpool in the race for Guehi's signature. The report also indicates, however, that Premier League sides including Liverpool are tempted to table a bid for Guehi in January, though it remains unclear what price tag it would require to extract the defender from Selhurst Park mid-season. Guehi has already faced off against Liverpool twice this season, emerging victorious on both occasions. The defender was part of the Palace squad that triumphed in the Community Shield at Wembley Stadium in August and also helped the Eagles defeat the Reds in a Premier League clash at Selhurst Park last month. It's still unclear what Liverpool's plans might be for the January transfer window or if they're considering signing a new central defender. Giovanni Leone is expected to be out of action for several months due to an ACL injury, after the £26 million summer signing from Parma suffered the injury on his debut against Southampton in the Carabao Cup. There are also concerns about Ibrahima Konate's fitness following the loss to Chelsea last weekend, with the defender being substituted during the defeat at Stamford Bridge with a potential quad injury. Konate was also absent from training for France on Tuesday evening, despite linking up with his country's national team for the international break. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC.